if you were a married male, you were not allowed to have another woman in your home, let alone another naked woman, let alone another naked woman being beat by your wife.
All right, clip that shit. That's the intro. That's it for 25 minutes in. That's the intro.
Welcome to the Gravity Cancel Podcast.
Hello and welcome back to the podcast. This is episode 48. We have been MIA for a little while. This is the first recording of 2024. Spank Cakes has hair. And we're back, baby. How you feeling?
Man, this is the first actual episode we've recorded since BCX. Like, we did the Arrow one, but like the guest ones are always a little bit different. Mm-hmm. So we're like almost... And the BCX one wasn't a regular episode, so we're like 3 months away from a regular episode. And Rox, this isn't going to be a regular episode.
Nope, because this time I did the show notes, and I pretty much just said, all right, this is a blindside episode. You're pretty much going in dark.
So yeah, for everyone that doesn't know, I always do the show notes.
It's such a nice professional, like he takes this shit serious, and then I just 3 a.m. with a bottle of wine next to me just started furiously typing. So
the best pieces of literature came at 3 a.m. with a bottle of wine, and this is not one of them.
Yeah, this is not a Stephen. Oh God, who's the writer? The really prolific
Steven Seagal.
Stephen King. There we go. I didn't have a bottle of Listerine here because I was out of alcohol. You know that man doesn't remember most of the books he wrote?
I believe it. I believe most of them came from nightmares and psychedelic-riddled fevers.
Oh, God. So, the first thing I've got on the list was the intro. And then, who needs the news? I've not been paying too much attention to Brawlhalla because right now I've just been... When I get home from work and I'm about to like play games, no matter what I play, the first thing I do is boot up Brawlhalla, play a couple matches, get the fingies going, and then right before I go to bed, I'll hit a couple matches. I've not put down the SpongeBob crossover skin, dude. I can't. Like it's unlocked a new part of me.
You're like, sold on being a Rayman main?
Yes, I feel like I've bought in and I've gotten so much better, in my opinion.
Rayman's always been like a sore spot for you, and it's funny because I feel like with Street Fighter Part 2 and Dalsim, it kind of flipped that switch for you, and you're like, okay, I can play Rayman as long as it's a crossover, as long as it's not Rayman.
Yeah, and like Dalsim, I didn't really have a connection with, but it wasn't Rayman, right?
Right. So
but then like, SpongeBob is just, it's I don't even know how to describe it. It's beautiful.
You're a big emoter. How do you...
Brother! Oh, it's so good! I mean, it's so bad, but it's so janky. Like, just the faces he makes, the way that the faces operate, just, it's the most beautiful thing.
I hope they never fix it, actually.
I hope so, too, dude.
I think it's like... It's kind of cemented itself as part of the crossover, actually. Like, 100%. Patrick and SpongeBob being... fucking whack on their emotes.
It is so trolly. It's
and some of them even look like the SpongeBob meme where he's like mimicking, you know?
Yeah.
His mouth gets all weird. I haven't seen much Sandy though.
I've seen Sandy maybe even like part of the
2 Sandys.
I've seen maybe 2 Patricks. I don't think I've ran into a single.
Oh, dude, I've ran across more Patricks than I have SpongeBobs.
I'm just running into SpongeBob's pretty much. Just SpongeBob mirror match after mirror match.
Overall, I mean, I like the crossover. I haven't bought anything from it. I intend to buy some of the emojis, especially Handsome Squidward. That's such a good one. Mm-hmm. And then maybe Doodlebob. I'm thinking I gotta buy Doodlebob.
It's about time for a new Battle Pass, right? Should be coming up in the announcement.
I think we're in week 11 now, I think.
It's like, what, 12 weeks?
Yeah, so we should get a new battle pass probably March, I would guess.
I'm still begging for an Egyptian theme, please.
That's a possibility. Egyptian or pirates. Pirates would be sick.
Ooh, pirates would be sick. I just don't want another like medieval fantasy number 4. You know?
Yeah, I don't really know. I want something fresh. I don't want a already existing theme in Brawlhalla. I want something new. And I know pirates are there, but they're not played out.
Yeah, not really explored.
And same with Egyptian. Like, there's some Egyptian stuff, but like there could be some more.
Oh, 100%. So another thing I was going to talk about is what I like to call post-BCX depression. It's like postpartum. So
well, hold on. What about 7? We got to talk about 7 real quick.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the other thing that happened.
Yeah, so I loved playing 7 at BCX. I was like, this is a game changer, and now I don't ever play 7. But when I run into a 7, they are so sweaty, dude.
Really?
Yes, every time. I get smoked by them every time.
I feel like most of them I played have been pretty chill. Not very good, but a couple of them do try hard a little bit.
Every time I run into one, it's just the base skin, but black, and I'm just like, oh god, here we go again. Here we go again.
Honestly, I think this was like one of the most lackluster releases for a Legend, especially one that adds a new mechanic. Mm-hmm. We haven't really had someone that has like 2 sets of SIGs on the same weapon, and like I feel like that just kind of got swept under the rug. Like no one really cares about it.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, it makes sense because when you add a mechanic that like unique, it's better to like come in a little bit light and then flesh it out with later Legends instead of it just being like, hey, massive new mechanic, this is the only Legend with it. Like total game changer.
Yeah, like if they would have made it to where like one of the stances gives you like really strong signatures and the other one gives you ability for active input, like something like that would have been insane. But this way, it's just like a little bit more forced, a little fewer frames. Okay, we can live with it.
Yeah, you change one stance, like, all right, 7 now has an axe.
Some of the, man, that'd be sick to have like a shape-shifting weapon.
Oh.
But some of the, there's like some tech you can do with the stance switch. So if you throw the weapon, it drops the flamethrower. So like mid-string, if you incorporate a weapon throw, you can go from flame mode back to lightning mode. And
That's cool.
I haven't seen anyone use it, but like once I started playing with it, I'm like, dude, those people with the weapon throw combos can do a hot swap mid combo.
That's pretty cool. I didn't even think about that.
Pretty Legend. Skins. Good combo of weapons. 34 Charles Oakley's happy about it, but
I think
kind of.
I think that rolls into the last month of just
It definitely does.
It happened to me last year as well. Both times I go to BCX. BCX is awesome. Atlanta's awesome. You come back and you're just like, fuck yeah, I'm all Brawlhalla. I ain't playing any other games. And then it just drops. Like, we've barely even spoken. It just it just completely drops.
We did the Errol episode, and then I a couple of messages back and forth, but barely talked. And I don't know what it is. Like, I came back from BCX all hyped up on Brawlhalla.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just is it a crash, or what?
I think that's what it is, because I did the same shit last year. It's just like, I come back and I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm at Diamond now for reasons we won't explain. Somehow I got there. It has nothing to do with a bunch of children in the Airbnb getting me to Diamond. Nothing to do with that. While I was making chili. But I was like, fuck yeah, I'm Diamond now. I'm gonna stay there. I'm focusing up. I'm gonna actually practice, and then just drops.
Yeah, man, I don't know what it is. Like, it might be a crash. Part of it, and after some more reflection on BCX, like, I had a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. But the fun was not centered around Brawlhalla. Mm-hmm. And it kind of just made me realize, like, my place in Brawlhalla. Like, I am a participant. I'm never going to be a high-level competitor. I'm probably never going to a LAN and going with a positive record. And, like, at the event, I can't really relate to these people. Because they're all significantly younger than me.
Not all of them. We saw a couple old farts in there.
There were a couple, but even so, it just feels like... I feel like we needed to figure out how to coordinate something for the older audience, you know?
Yeah.
Like a pub crawl. We set up a monitor and a game station at 4 different pubs, and we do a pub crawl.
There we go. That's what we need to do.
And like each pub is a different part of the bracket, so like the final pub's top 4.
I still can't stop thinking about the Atlanta Aquarium. Like, I've got a friend who lives in Pennsylvania, and he was like, "Yeah, man, yesterday I went to the aquarium." And I was like, "Oh, did you go to the Atlanta Aquarium?" And he goes, "No, you dumb motherfucker. I went to the one in Pennsylvania where I live." I was like, "Oh yeah, I guess there are other aquariums out there, huh?"
Yeah, that's the thing is the big highlight for me was everything that wasn't Brawlhalla. Like, it was an Atlanta trip with Brawlhalla sprinkled in for me.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what it was. That's what made it so much fun.
Which was a different experience for you this year. Last year, your experience was Brawlhalla, and then
I just stayed at the venue the whole time.
Yeah. So, I'm kind of bummed about it because I wanted to ride that high a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's good for me to step away. Like, I've actually been playing traditional fighters a bit. I got into Mortal Kombat a little bit more. I'm getting into Tekken once it releases this upcoming week. So it's kind of good for me to step away because Brawlhalla really sucked me in for the last almost 4 years.
Yeah, it's nice. You'll come back refreshed.
Yeah, I hope
that's
so.
what happened last year too.
It's not like I'm not playing it. I'm not actively playing it. I'm hopping, like just like you are. I'm hopping on. I'm playing some games, maybe getting some twos matches in if someone's online, and then I'm bouncing off. I'm not grinding it out. I'm not trying to get better. I'm just having a good time with it, which is an okay place to be.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it just takes like one good like crossover legend release or battle pass that you're really interested in, and then it just sparks up again.
Oh yeah, I'm fully expecting we'll get Tekken Part 2 in the next like 2 months.
Who do you hope we'll get?
Oh, King for sure. King on Tezuka.
I remember so many people were like, "Why did we not get King?"
Yeah, Paul Phoenix got to be in there, and then maybe Panda. Panda would be sick. Could do a Poe versus Panda battle. That'd be cool.
That'd be great. Panda's the one that like
is literally a panda.
What's his like mechanic in the game? Is he the one that like copies people's?
No, that's oh dude, that'd be so sick. Mokujin. Mokujin? Yeah, Mokujin. I'm probably saying that wrong. I'm learning Japanese.
No, you're not. How many days are you? How many streak you got?
I like that you're just assuming. Yeah, it's Mokujin. I like it that you're just assuming that I use Duolingo, but I'm at 47 days.
I'm at like 158. Let's not talk about Mrs. Spancake's streak.
Oh yeah, she just busted into the 700 range.
Oh my god.
Mokujin translates to literally wooden person. So wooden. He's a little wooden guy, and he's the random character. He just mimics some other character.
Oh yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so make him a random crossover. That'd be so sick.
I would love that. So here's like I said, 3 a.m. I threw some stuff together. I was like, hell yeah, this is perfect. So I told you to bring 3 intellectual properties. And what we're going to do with this is you're going to give me an IP. I give you an IP. Out of your IP, you select like one character.
Okay.
The other person has to decide who the crossover is.
Oh.
What legend crossover is that?
Okay.
Crossover. I stumbled. I fumbled the ball on that, but
here's the thing. You could probably two of mine you'll be able to figure out. One of them you're gonna have to do some research. As far as yours go, how much research am I gonna have to do?
not much at all.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw you an easy one first.
Okay, so you want to go first?
Yeah. So, Toy Story. And I'm not gonna say Woody because obviously that'd be Cassidy, right? And I'm not gonna say Buzz Lightyear. I'm gonna say it's Sid. None of the toys.
The kid that
Yep.
bullies people.
Yep.
Oh, dude, fucking Nash.
Oh my god, that'd be perfect. I was picturing, I don't know why, but in my head I was like, okay, immediately 7. So whenever he does he rides on the thing, it's the Barbie doll head that's like shaved with the spider legs that he rides on.
No, I just feel like Nash just aesthetically. I don't know how you would incorporate that stuff, but just aesthetically, he's Nash. I can't explain it. Sid is Nash.
I love it.
All right. I'm going to throw you a bone on this one. Mortal Kombat. Well, and now that I've thrown Nash out there, I can't say Shao Kahn because that's the obvious choice. Let's go Johnny Cage.
Johnny Cage? Ooh. Oh, he'd be such a good crossover. Can't use Petra because she gets literally all the crossovers. Oh, that's a tough one.
That is a tough one.
Because it's got to be. We don't have a Boots Blasters legend, right?
Not yet.
Oof. Part of me wants to say Tezuka, but like the signatures and stuff, that aesthetic doesn't really fit.
Right.
I really don't want to do Cross because that's such a cop out.
I like how you're so intent on giving Johnny guns.
I don't know why he doesn't use guns. Let's see. Wushang.
Wushang gets another crossover. Okay, that's interesting.
Just because we've seen with the Chun-Li, you can incorporate like kicks in a gauntlet signature. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like he kicks a lot, but he also punches a lot. I don't know. That was on paper so easy, but really difficult when you got to it.
I would have gone with Red Raptor. Because the boot side sig is already like his not teleport kick, but his energy kick. And then he does the energy ball, right? So that you could just use that as the orb skin.
Yep, that works way better.
And I'm just coming up with these off cuff because I had no idea this is where we were going with this.
Yeah. I wanted it to be something not that we like kept us on our toes. Even me, the one who planned it, because it's like you're not ready
where
for
this
it.
is coming from.
All right. So, all right, I'll hit you with this one next. Warhammer 40K.
Okay, so I know very little about Warhammer other than the little 1-week stint that I researched it because
you got really into it for a little bit. And I was like, oh, hell yeah.
It sucks you in. You got to pull yourself away, man.
You really do. Like I went to the Warhammer shop for the first time in a few months, and like Eric, the guy who works here that I'm always talking with, like he's got a different haircut, he's got a big ass beard now, he's lost some weight. I'm just like, what happened? I was only gone for a couple months. And then I just sat there and stared at figures, and they're like sharks, dude. People who work at Warhammer stores.
Oh yeah, dude, they're selling.
Yeah, they are. Also, working at a Warhammer store pays you way more than you'd assume. I did a little research.
Why don't you get into it, man?
I don't know. I don't know if I can. Because you got to be really smart, okay? But anyway, so with Warhammer, you are going to be working on a Battle Sister.
Battle Sister, okay.
It's essentially nuns with guns.
Yep. Okay.
Bolters, chain swords, regular swords, crossbows, anything you could think of.
They're like they're kind of like female space marines except holy.
Yeah, and they're not like they haven't went through like a bunch of surgeries and they're not 9 feet tall.
But they use a similar like weapon set.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, I feel like I gotta have a gun because it's nuns with guns. Or a cannon.
I like it.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Sidra.
Good choice.
Yeah,
I
think Sidra's the move. We've already seen that like rocket launcher type stuff can go well with Sidra and cannon. Yeah, let's go with Sidra.
Okay, I like it. The cannon can be a heavy bolter. Or
I'll pretend I know what that is.
It's just like a big machine gun type thing.
Okay, yeah.
That like there's a big tube that feeds into a backpack you have on, and then, or a heavy flamer. Like there's all sorts of heavy weapons that could be.
I think I see the weapon you're talking about on this Battle Sister squad for 3750 pounds. I believe that's
Man, that one's clean because the sword can be a chain sword.
Yeah. I was hoping for a greatsword legend, but it doesn't work yet. Because a greatsword chainsword already exists in the game, but an actual one would be sick.
Okay.
How is Warhammer going? You been playing or just painting?
Okay, first rule of Warhammer, you don't ask a man how his painting's coming along, okay? I'm not staring at a bunch of unpainted, a bunch of primed, and a very small amount of finished figures. That's not what I'm doing at all.
You got a bunch in your shame pile?
Bro, I've actually got... you can't really see it because it's blurry, and also you can't see the screen. So the shelves that I had in my background?
Yeah.
So now I got a second one that it's the same shelf, but they like interlock with each other. And it's okay. Massive. You'll see it in the edit, but there's one that's just Warhammer, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 10 painted figures. And then on my desk over here, there's probably about 10 primed and about, I don't know, including my Dark Angel set, I don't know, 60 unprimed, unpainted.
Oh,
but I painted them like that nice little statue that I bought at that weird store.
Yeah.
I want to go. I hope that place is still open next time I'm in Atlanta.
Dude, I've been buying so many vintage nudes.
Bro, I'm about to buy a Polaroid printer that you can like attach to your phone or whatever, so I can just find old vintage nudes like on Reddit or something and print them. Yes.
That's not a bad idea. I've been going the legit route.
Where have you been finding them? eBay?
Dude, okay, so Mrs. Spancakes and I decided, this is going to be a whole tangent. We decided that every year for Christmas, our stocking stuffer is going to be a vintage nude.
Fuck yes, dude.
That's the only premise. It's got to be a vintage nude. So I'm researching. It's kind of hard to find, but once you get the right eBay searches, it becomes easier. I found like this dude was fucking hustling me, first of all. I found this like 1950s, I'll have to show you later. It's a 1950s like pseudo bondage with two girls, and they're spanking each other.
I'm listening.
Which was like probably fucking outlawed in the 50s, first of all. Like if you were a married male, you were not allowed to have another woman in your home, let alone another naked woman, let alone another naked woman being beat by your wife.
All right, clip that shit. That's the intro. That's it for 25 minutes in. That's the intro.
So I buy this picture, and this guy, like, he's like, hey, thanks for purchasing. By the way, I found 2 more of the same set. I'm like, okay, post it. I'll see if I'm interested. So he posts it. I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, I'll buy the set. Sure. And then he messaged me again. He goes, hey, I found 3 more. I'm like, okay. Are these the last 3 in the set? He's like, yeah. Okay.
Do you own these? Like, you have these now?
Yes, I have these. I have.
Oh, please show me off air here.
You will get to see them. So I buy the whole set, and he's like, hey, thanks for all those purchases. By the way, I'm sending you a DVD. I'm like,
what?
Well, I look at the guy's shop, and he just has a bunch of weird stuff. Like, not necessarily all sexual, like, there's just weird, like, oddities. And not even, like, oddities, just really, like, odds and ends stuff. Like, just things that no one wants. So I get this DVD that's from the Cincinnati Public Library. I can't remember the name of it now. I threw it away immediately, but it was it had 4% on Rotten Tomatoes. It was like an old drama from 2004.
Nice.
I'm like, why did he put the effort of paying postage to send this to me? Anyways, yes, I hope that oddity shop's there. I have a collection of vintage nudes now.
Speaking of Christmas, it has to be a thing now that every year we send each other a stupid gift.
Oh my god.
I know it probably came from your heart, but this motherfucker sent me another bottle of Malort. I had like maybe 2 shots left in my Malort bottle.
So close to finishing it.
And this motherfucker sends me a fresh one. I'm never gonna get rid of Malort, am I?
No, okay, so here's the deal. If you ever finish your Malort in a honorable fashion, which is not pouring it out, that's a sin. If you ever finish your bottle and prove it, I will stop sending you Malort.
I don't know if I can do that. And then I sent you a really stupid shirt I found on Amazon.
Oh my god. I promise that I will wear that the next time we meet up.
Oh my god. So, should we tell him what it is?
Yeah, I mean, if you like, you can show it.
Let's see. Actually, I might be able to... Actually, no, that's too much work. I'll just describe it and then look out for it in the future, guys. So, it is a nice pink shirt with an anime girl laying, like, on her stomach, just big chilling. I think in, like, an oversized shirt or something. There's,
and
like,
it's,
that...
it's like a generic anime girl, right? Like, it's not from something.
Yeah, it's not, like, a person. It's just generic. With, like, the synthwave, like, sun behind it. And it says... I'm trying to remember the exact quote. Go work your cringe 9 to 5. I'll be gaming.
That's exactly what it says.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh.
All right.
I literally looked up cringe anime shirt or cringe gaming shirt on Amazon to find it.
You found it. I don't think anyone's bought that shirt unironically. At least I hope not.
Oh, there's somebody for sure.
All right, my second IP. This one you're not gonna know off the top of your head, but it's a game that is near and dear to my heart, and they just announced a second, well, kind of a sequel to it, but kind of just the next progression of its life, Smite.
Okay, let's see here.
So you probably don't know anything about Smite. It's a MOBA, similar to League of Legends or Dota.
So you play as gods here.
Yep, you play as gods, and it's like third person. So you're, instead of like over the top, you're behind the person. Highly recommend checking it out. It's a fucking blast. And Smite 2, the alpha starts in February. But the legend I'm gonna go with, because she was in the trailer, is Bellona. Bellona.
B-E?
Bellona.
Oh, I found her. All right. So it looks like she's got a shield and a sword. She's the goddess of war. All right.
So that's going to be a tough one because she's got a sword, or a shield, which is not yet a weapon in Brawlhalla.
Should be.
It should be. But there is, I think it's her ultimate. Man, I haven't played this game in so long. Her ultimate is called Eagle's Rally, and she plants a gigantic Roman flag, and it creates this area of effect where all your allies are buffed and the enemies are stunned and take damage.
All right.
She also has a so she's like, I don't know her lore, to be quite honest. She's Roman, but she's the goddess of war, basically. And she has all these different weapons she uses. So she has like a scourge, which is like a whip with some spikes on it. She uses a hammer. So you can really let your heart's content here decide where you go with this.
I'm going to do you the biggest favor in the world with this one. So I found this image here, and it immediately gave me an idea.
Okay.
We're doing Arcadia.
Hell yeah!
Great sword, and then also the spear could be the banner she uses.
Yep.
That's 100% what I'm going for.
Oh, that's so good. I don't know if I would have picked anyone other than Arcadia. So there's another legend, and I don't know how it really fits in with this, but his name's Khepri. He's a gigantic scarab, like the Egyptian kind. Mm-hmm. She can ride him instead of the the beetle.
Okay.
I'll show you Khepri, so you can have that visual. And his voice is so soothing. So soothing. So, Bologna,
he looks cool as
right
hell.
with Khepri. He's sick as fuck, dude. He was my main for a little while.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Bologna is Arcadia. That's a good one.
All right, so this one is going to be very tough for you.
Oh, boy.
Because it's tough for me. I couldn't tell you who I would pick for this. So, because I am a absolute obsessed little lunatic, people watching this will be able to see this. Oh,
Just going to type it in now because I know what it is.
what is it?
Chainsaw Man.
It is! It's Chainsaw Man. So the only thing that I can he's just going to be dingy when you select him. He's going to pull a ripcord and a chainsaw is going to rip out of his face and his arms are going to turn into chainsaws.
Okay, so you're going with actual Chainsaw Man from Chainsaw Man.
Yep.
All right. So obviously it's a Qatar legend.
You're a genius. I didn't even think of Qatar's.
Let me get a little. Tell me a little bit more about Chainsaw Man. So he has chainsaws. What else is he known for?
He can kick things sometimes. He can also make his legs turn into chainsaws. But
okay, we don't have Qatar boots yet.
He's just he's a chainsaw fellow. That's it.
No other powers.
Nope.
All right, so
I mean, he can regenerate, but nothing that you can use as a weapon.
Let's see. He doesn't use anything else at all?
Nope.
No guns?
Nope.
Well, okay. Caspian? Could that work? What's this little dog thing do?
Pochita?
Yeah.
So
does this dog thing explode by chance?
No, so Pochita is the chainsaw devil, and he's in a weakened state. That's why he's a little puppy. They die together. They get cut up by all these zombies, and Pochita turns into his heart, and that's how he can turn into Chainsaw Man. That's why he's got a ripcord on his chest.
You know what? I'm gonna audible actually. Lin Fei. I feel like Lin Fei's signatures could work really well with chainsaws.
I like that. I like that a lot. You could do. Oh yeah, the one where she does the dragon up. He just throws the chainsaws up and a tornado of blood goes up. Oh hell yeah. Yeah,
Very
I like
interesting one.
And then for the canon, he just has Power, who is the blonde chick. She's the blood devil or the blood fiend, and he's holding her like a cannon and just smacking people with her. Or it could be Beam, who can turn into a shark. Oh my god!
Wait, he can turn into a shark?
There's a guy named Beam. Just look up Beam Chainsaw Man, and there's a famous scene where Chainsaw Man rides on the back of Beam.
Oh, perfect.
So he's just got the shark he's hitting people with.
All right. It's my final one. So I'm going with X-Men.
Oh.
I was gonna originally go with Marvel in general, but not knowing where we were going with this, I decided X-Men is a better fit.
I like it.
And so Wolverine's the obvious choice, but I feel like that's just kind of a gimme. I'm gonna have to go with Cyclops.
I knew you were going to say Cyclops. All right, so he literally fights with laser beam eyes, which I don't know if you guys know this. That's not a weapon in Brawlhalla.
But it should be.
But it should be.
Stunner shades,
right.
Man.
So let's see. Whose signatures could be...
I know who it is. I don't know how you make it happen.
All right. Hear me out on this.
Okay.
We're doing Artemis.
Yes! Absolutely!
I don't know how.
There was no other option.
Like whenever you gear up a signature, he tucks the weapon away and is just charging up his eye beams.
Yeah,
or
and that's fine. Cause they do that already where. Because what I imagine he's doing is he just stows the weapon away and he pulls off his visor or whatever, and he unleashes his laser. But how do you make
lost on Scythe.
Scythe or a lance work? Lance is a little bit easier because you can make it whatever, but a Scythe, I don't know, man.
Oh, his Scythe signatures could be what word am I looking for here? Tag team signatures. So when he goes to do
yeah,
like another X-Men comes out of the ground and does the attack.
Oh, dude,
for the ones that don't make sense.
I know what the lance skin is. You ready for this?
Yeah.
It's one of the Sentinel robot's fingers.
Genius. Absolute genius. BMG, just hire us already. I'm cheap.
Yeah, we'll do this for free, man.
God.
We already know how to approach sponsors and maybe get approval to do stuff for free.
Oh, God. That was fun. That was a good idea.
That was good.
So, what I've also done here with this experimental episode is I realized about 2 years ago we did something called Build a Legend, where we made our own legends. I waited until right before, I halted us from hitting the record button so I could go back and see what we picked. And I went with so we came with multiples, but we had two, our main one we wanted, right?
Right.
So, I'm going Do you want to start this one?
I can start this one. So,
okay.
Got a question.
Yep.
Is yours a weapon combination that already exists or not?
It is.
Okay, so I'm going to go. I came with two, just in case. I'm going to go with the one that already exists as well. That way we can delete a legend from Brawlhalla. So, my weapon combination is going to be spear and bow. Goodbye, Kaya. Get out of here with your adolescent ass. We don't want you anymore.
Okay.
We'll start with bow.
Mm-hmm.
The side sig is going to be embers. I don't have an aesthetic for this legend yet. So the Ember Side Sig is the wolf, right?
Mm-hmm. I think last time what we did was we picked an existing legend, so it had their stats and skins and everything, and then we just changed the weapons around.
Did we? Okay, well, we can do that. All right, so am I keeping Kaya's? I don't want Kaya's aesthetic.
You don't have to keep her aesthetic. You could because last time I said, all right, Petra, and now Petra has these weapons instead.
Yeah. All right. Kaya, but she looks way better, and she's not 12 years old. Let's go with it's Kaya, but all grown up.
Okay.
Just for the Rule 34 fan art.
Oh God.
Okay, so Bo, Side Sig is Ember. Just because that the wolf signature is so annoying to get hit by.
Of course.
Diana for the Insig.
Okay.
Which is the you always get hit by it. The side light, down light, followed up by the Insig. Works every time. It's not true, but it works fucking every time.
Mm-hmm.
And then D-Sig is going to be Yumiko. So for the orbs. Because I almost feel like if you could do D-Sig and get a spot dodge off of it, you're going to be able to hit with Diana's Insig.
I can't wait to tell you what you picked last time.
And then Spear.
It doesn't have to be a spear. You can add a different weapon.
No. This was my weapon.
Okay.
And I'm dying on it. This is gonna be so gross. So we're gonna start off with D-Sig because you'll see how this builds. D-Sig is 7's D-Sig.
Okay.
Side Sig is Orion's. Can you imagine Orion's Side Sig but buffed?
And with flames.
And with flames? And then the Insig is Bryn's. Bryn's Insig with flame mode would KO in white.
Oh my God, that's busted. Oh, I love it.
All right.
So,
who did I pick?
So, your main one from 2 years ago, you picked Vector.
Ew.
And you gave him bow and cannon.
Okay.
So for cannon, you did Onyx's Insig, Zol's Side Sig, and Isaiah's Down Sig.
Okay, I understand why I did that back in August of 21. That still sounds fun, man. That is a fun kit.
On bow, you picked Vector's Insig, Yumiko's Side Sig, and Ember's Down Sig. So what you've done is you took the Ember and Yumiko Sigs and just swapped them. That's what you've done in 2 years.
Oh, you can tell I was a gold then because of how I played.
Yep. So I hate myself because I was coming up with this part of the podcast like a week or so ago. And I was like, oh, I want to take some screen grabs of these signatures and have like a little graph ready or whatever. And I have it here to look at for reference. And then I watched the fucking video from 2 years ago.
You did the exact same thing.
Pretty damn close. So last time I picked Petra and kept Petra's stats. In the spirit of that, I will also still do that. I did gauntlets and axe this time and last time. This time what I did, listen carefully. Rayman's down sig on axe. The one where he's like floating and then he... Yep. Baraz's insig. Okay. Which is the one where he reaches up and you throw him backwards. And Azoth's side sig. Okay. That's the new one. The old one was side sig, Azoth, down sig, Rayman, in sig, Baraza. I made the same exact thing and only found out moments before we started recording this. I am the worst. So, gauntlets. Gauntlets, the new one, what I had picked was Rayman's down sig, where he floats up and throws little fists. Mm-hmm. Zariel's Insig, which is the one where he like jumps up in the air, grabs you, and slams you on the ground, and Wushang's Side Sig, which is the gauntlet side sig where and then it's just like generic side sig. Back then, I picked Wushang Side Sig. I actually picked Zariel's Down Sig instead of the In Sig.
Ew.
I know. And then I did Petra's In Sig, which is the uppercut.
Yeah.
I damn near made the same exact legend. So that's a sign that this legend needs to exist. We need to create a legend tab.
That's a sign that your preferences haven't changed in 2.5 years.
It's true. I like stick with blades on it, and I like fists.
Man, I can't believe. Well, mine's kind of similar-ish as far as bow goes. I still believe that Canon legend would be a blast.
Oh yeah.
But man, yours is spot on.
All right. Well, that is everything I had prepared. We're at 46 minutes.
That's not a bad start.
Not a bad start. The comeback, the come up, if you will.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Man, I don't know where we're going from here. So we kind of missed the Gravity Cancel Podcast Award show.
Yeah, we said fuck that.
Yeah, I feel like there's still a chance for it next year.
Yeah, next year. You just didn't want to put a suit on this year.
What I discovered is that this year was significantly, or 2023 was significantly less exciting than 2022, despite being a better year. There was less controversy. BMG didn't really mess up too much. I tried for like a week to come up with good categories, and nothing felt right. So what I'm doing this year is I'm keeping a ledger of things that BMG does well, things that BMG screws up. That way, at the end of the year, hopefully we can look at that and kind of come up with something better. Because I wasn't about to... Last year, it took me like a week just to get all the categories and some... not contestants, but what's the word I'm looking for?
Participants.
Not really the word I'm looking for either, but it took me about a week to figure all that out. In a week this time, I couldn't figure out categories that had enough participants.
Nominees.
Nominees, that's it. In 1 week, I couldn't figure out categories that had enough nominees. That hopefully will change this year. D-Lights kind of died on us.
Yeah.
Wasn't the juice wasn't worth the squeeze, you know?
Oh my god.
What?
We didn't. This is going to be the first episode edited by our new editor.
Yes. And that's been kind of on the wayside. We have procured an editor so that Rox doesn't have to do all the editing. But now he gets to help out the show notes. And I'd say this one was a success, so I'll let you keep doing that.
Oh, now that's just my thing? I'm the show notes guy?
No. We'll probably alternate shows or something. I don't know. But our new editor-in-chief,
drumroll,
Mr. Loverlady.
Whoa.
So he'll edit this episode, hopefully, as long as he's still down. We did not have any pornography leaks, so he won't have to edit that out.
That's true. Unless he wants to edit some in.
Unless he wants to put some in. And I don't think we have to edit anything else out, really. So his work will be cut out on this episode. We'll see how he does.
I feel like me too. I feel like our biggest hindrance with making content in general is my distaste for editing. Because podcasts, I don't want to edit them, and I'm just like, oh god, I still gotta edit a podcast. Oh god, everybody's been waiting for this episode to come out. Oh, I gotta
make it happen.
Gotta make it happen. And then when I do edit it, I realize it only takes like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm just being a little bitch. And then any other bit of our content, I'm just like, no, I got to be hammered for this. I got to get hammered. I got to find the freshest memes and make the most dog shit edits.
Well, now that you won't have to focus on 10 minutes of editing our podcast, you can spend time making other crap videos.
No, that's what Jacob's for now. I'm just gonna. He'll be laying down to go to sleep at 3 a.m. and get a message from me like, "Hey man, I hit these crazy gold level clips. I need you to add memes.
Make them look good.
make me look good. I am diamond now."
So yeah, hopefully guys, we're a little bit more active. I know we've been kind of dormant the past 2-3 months, but hopefully we can come back a little bit stronger. Maybe target, I don't know, episode every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks.
The absolute lack of enthusiasm with that delivery just now bodes well for 2024.
My will to talk about Brawlhalla is about like my will to play it right now. And Tekken 8 comes out in a week, and that will's going even lower.
Bro, you gotta play Lethal Company with me, okay?
I know, we've been trying to play Lethal Company.
I've got so many clips.
I've yet to play it, but we've talked about it quite often. Also, are you getting into Pal World or what?
I'm thinking about it.
I can't believe you're not already on it, dude.
It just came out like 2 days ago.
I know, but
and I've only heard
I saw
it's Pokemon with guns.
It's Minecraft. Well, it's like Ark, I guess. It's like Ark with Pokemon in it. I would say it's more Ark with Pokemon than it is Minecraft with Pokemon with guns. You gotta build shit. You gotta have a base.
Hell yeah. Are you gonna check it out?
I bought it and refunded it because I realized I wasn't gonna have enough time to play it. But I only refunded it because no one else bought it.
I got you. I'll have a look.
Take a little look-see at it. But that is it for episode 48 of the Gravity Cancel podcast. Thanks for tuning in. If you're on Spotify, get on YouTube so you can see our ugly mugs. If you're on YouTube, get on Spotify so we can have more views there.
Our ugly mugs with 50% more hair.
Yeah, about 100% for me.
Peace.